Today we have Henrique Cambraia. Henrique, it is the owner of Fazenda Samambaia and the president of Sun Coffee. And we know Henrique for many years now, and always tell him he is not only such a coffee connoisseur, someone with a lots of passion for coffee, but someone with a lots of vision for the business. And I remember a few years ago when we talked at your farm and we discussed about shakedown coffee, the future of organic coffee, and so many initiatives. And now we are talking about some other beautiful and great things that we see in the industry that's going to happen. So I wanted you to talk to us and say what's a great thing.
It's always great to see you, Luis, especially down here in Brazil.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Now we are moving for a new project where we call it a social project, which is responsibility to, I would not say responsibility, for me it's a pleasure, it's a natural feeling to give opportunities to small coffee holders. The opportunities we have to sell our coffees to foreign market, to roasters abroad, Brazil, and most of the time these small coffee holders in Brazil, they don't have access to these opportunities. Most because they are small coffee holders, they don't speak English, and most of the times they don't really understand the whole coffee chain. So 7 years ago we started to talk with our importers, our roasters that buy our coffees, and I asked them to start to pay attention to these small coffee holders in Brazil. And then we started in two ways, because the small coffee holders, they have to have a real opportunity to invest on that. And they start to change their post-harvest process, their picking systems, so their mindset of what is all about specialty coffee. And after that, step by step, I started to connect the history of these small coffee holders with the demand of these specialty coffee roasters. And we started with a group of 7 coffee growers, small coffee growers, and we had a hard time to find 150 bags that could be called specialty coffees.
Big challenge.
Yeah, big challenge. And we came together with information, technology, procedures, process, protocols, empowering them to invest time on specialty coffee business. So we have them start picking coffee, had them investing on their post-harvest facilities. We have them investing on sharing their history, because most of them are 4th generation, 5th generation, and connecting their coffees with these roasters. And this year we are happy to say that basically 7 years later, we have around 103 coffee growers, small coffee holders, connected to our platform. And this year we're going to export more than 15 containers of these guys.
Amazing.
Yeah. And you know, for me the most beautiful thing is seeing that future generation of these families, small coffee holders families, the young generation that were moving outside of the countryside to capital cities, they are now
returning back.
They're returning back there because they find that specialty coffee is sexy. I call this, it's sexy to be among the specialty coffee. And now this young generation is coming and they're investing their time on Q graders course, investing on English as a foreign language course.
So they can travel, they can communicate.
They can tell by themselves the history for the clients. And with that they are connected. And in Sun Coffee, what do? We get their coffees, we warehouse their coffees, we graded their coffees, and we exported their coffees. And also we are having the whole support, the whole coffee chain. And most important, because for these guys, they have such a small production that they need money. And sometimes it's hard for them to keep their production because they need money to keep taking care, keep going. And when we export, it's different. Cash flow is different. So we are connecting them also into a pre-financing platform. So we are building the whole chain, and more people want to join this program. And it's beautiful when we have coffee roasters connected to small coffee holders. We close the chain. I can see a beautiful chain, and this is a program that we're really changing lives.
Great to hear. And one thing that I always admire your sustainability and your transparency and your vision to preserve the environment and nature. Not only have a great coffee, but to preserve it, because it is the key for the land to survive for the next future generation. And when you talk about a little bit more about how all those initiatives that you do, because I love it. By the way, but with a real Fazenda Samambaia, it is a Rainforest Alliance certified farm.
For a long time. And what we can say is that we have basically three main parts of a farm, and we have to take care of the environment. First, it's the land where we plant coffee.
The land.
The ground. And every year, in order to produce coffee, plants are digging. So we have what we call it's a kind of precision agriculture. So we monitor every single half hectare of the soil, of the land, and we have close to 1,000 hectares. So we grade our coffee lands in close to 2,000 small pieces, and in each piece we take 10 samples, and we measure every year all the macro and micronutrients. And then we connect into a
sustainability.
Yeah, no, we connect into the platform. This goes to a cloud, goes into the computer. The agronomist, they make the recipe, and when we go with the tractors, the GPS system adjusts the machine according to the demand of that piece of the soil. Hey, what this has about with sustainability? We reduce the input of chemical fertilizers a lot. So we save fertilizers, we save this chemical resource, and we have a much more even soil. Second, we have the forests, and we are not only taking care of the natural forest, but we also reforesting our lands and also the coffee lands.
Great.
So we use
great ecosystem.
Yeah, we use forest for production of woods, and we also are using these same trees to start not to fully shade the plantation, but to make a more thermal comfortable for the coffee trees. And then
retain the humidity.
It keeps the humidity in much more fresh condition. Avoid high temperatures. And third,
Plus the other thing, I know that it doesn't heat up the land too much.
Yes, yes.
It helps to.
oh, and then there's another thing that we do in the coffee lands. We keep the grass covered throughout the year.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and this keeps the temperature of the soil much lower. Usually it's 10 degrees of temperature lower.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Usually a soil it's around 32 temperature, it goes close to 23.
And I remember Fabrizio said as well that helps to retain the water.
Yes.
So the water doesn't run down, it stays in the area.
Avoids erosion completely.
Erosion, yes.
And last but not least, we have natural spring water in the farms. So what do? We take care of an array of 50 meters from the nest of this water, and we keep it completely preserved. And then along the creek, it's all preserved. We have a array of 30 meters from each side of these water creeks, so we keep the forest natural there. So talking about sustainability, so we consider the water creeks, the natural forest, new plantations that we're developing, and also the lands where we have the soil.
Plus all the fertilizer, everything, environment friendly, all those initiatives, it is really amazing.
So taking care about the environment and taking care about not only our workers, but also from the small coffee holders in our community, we believe we can keep coffee for the next generations.
Can you talk a little about Beyond the Borders, another project that you
Pô, depois me manda mensagem.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the beginning, the Beyond the Border is this project. It's beyond our borders of medium and large size growers that we are in Sun Coffee. We are giving these small coffee holders that are not members of Sun Coffee these opportunities to be connected to the specialty coffee movement.
You the man.
You demand because you give us the opportunity to give our coffees, the history of our coffees, connect to the final consumers.
We want to educate our consumers. We want to show the transparency. We want to show the connection that we have from the farm all the way to the cup. So people know, like I love to come to Brazil every year, not because I come home, but I love to come to the farm because I learn and I see so much and feel motivated to go back and tell everybody, look, and show Cage what you guys do and make this a very increase the transparency for all of us, because I know you guys are working very hard to make a better coffee year after year. And today I tasted 25 best coffee in Brazil, and it's such an incredible revolution of flavors. I mean, everybody raised the bar, raised the quality, which is amazing. So I want to thank you and keep it up with your vision, because you are really helping set the bar for the industry as well.
It's always a pleasure to have you. We have to thank you for giving us this opportunity.
I thank you. Okay, thank you.